Hello to our YouTube friends.
What up, peeps?
So we're getting the stream started. If you're listening to this, we'll be starting in just a few seconds.
It's gonna be crazy.
Oh, heck yeah, it's going to be crazy. Actually, it's going to be a lot of fun tonight. We've got a lot of stuff planned. I am looking forward to it. We're going to be starting in about 10 seconds. Hey guys, well, welcome to Thursday. I can't talk all of a sudden. Ta-da! What a way to start.
It's Thursday.
I'm John, and the cat has got my tongue, apparently.
There you go. I'm Jacqui. Welcome.
Welcome, guys, so much. And I'm really excited about tonight because we have a lot planned. I'm going to work on a Marilyn Monroe painting, and I want to do it step by step. I'm just going to work on this painting during the live streams, and I'm going to tell you everything that I'm doing with it. And because I thought it'd be a great introduction to start learning how to do portrait painting or cat painting, as you'll see, and well, as you may see right now, actually. So it's got it all. And I wanted to also go over four different ways that you could start a painting. And it's just sort of easy ways to get the painting started. And that seems to be the hardest thing for most people. I just hear that all the time. You know, I want to paint, but I don't know where to get started. I don't know how to begin it. So I'm going to give you 4 ways, and I use them all. You might find one that you like the best, and just use that all the time. Who knows? Oh, and we're going to be tasting what to me is a crazy Kit Kat. So I hope I didn't oversell that in the description, but it's a weird Kit Kat flavor. And so we're going to be doing that, and I have a really short blooper reel that I want to show you.
I forgot about the blooper reel.
But I'll talk about that in a minute. But.
Well, Ana Paula Suarez has joined us, says hello, guys, and lots of cat emojis.
Oh, meow, meow.
Maureen Clark has joined us, says hey, guys. So,
well, welcome for a perfect evening.
It's been a crazy few days in the studio with videos and just trying to get stuff done.
I know. I was talking to my mom yesterday, and I said, sorry, because I usually call my mom every day. You can call me a mama's boy or whatever. I'm from the South. She's my mama.
Talk to her every day.
Nah, so just
like
call to check in, see how Dad's doing, how she's doing, and I'm their only kid, so I figure I got to make up for a large family. So and she's fun to talk to. She's a really great person. But anywho, I'm not making it sound like I'm less of a mama's boy. I'm just digging. I'm just digging a little deeper and deeper.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll just shift gears. Jacqui has come up with a secret. She won't tell me what it is, but it's not a game. It's something to talk about. But
it's just something
I'm
curious.
To talk
about.
Yeah. Yeah, but during this whole unpleasantness that we're all embroiled in, where we're staying at home more and all this, anything hidden, anything secret, anything different is special. So I'm grabbing onto that, and I think it's going to be fun.
Well, Shima has joined us and says hi. Hello.
Well, hey, Shima.
And Kylie Sykes says hello to you both.
Well, hey, Kylie.
Thanks for joining us. Guys. Yeah, the thing I was going to talk about it was trending on Twitter, so for a bit. If you're in the art world a bit. Yeah.
I'm horrible when it comes to social media. Today I actually tweeted. See, I'm so bad that I want to call it. I have to wonder about that. Like, is it tweeted? Is it tweeted? But tweeted.
There you go. I know. For full disclosure, usually when you tweet, it's me doing your social media.
That's true.
So, this, in fact, you have retweeted what I'm about to talk about, but I actually was the one that retweeted it on your account. So,
and that's why I probably don't know what it is.
Right.
Which is really awesome. Like, Jacqui does a lot of the social media, and she'll go on as me, but we'll talk about stuff and we'll and all this, but. I get really messed up on social media sometimes. I don't know. I'm not that great at it. And like Facebook, I lose message. Screen readers are really great, and I'm going to blame some of the problem on that. Some of the biggest problem is just me. Like I'm not using it right, or I don't know. Something's.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to navigate a screen and it's reading it to you, it's a totally different, interaction than your eyeballs looking at it and being able to find things. So we'll give you a pass.
When it's well, thank you. Hey, I'll take it.
This one time.
Yeah, awesome. One of the things like our social media presence isn't huge, but like across all the different platforms, we have maybe like 40,000 followers or something. And for me as an individual, that sounds like a lot. For like a I don't know, social media thing, that's probably not that much. I don't know, but it's at the threshold where I miss messages and stuff, and I can't get back to it because like there's a lot of messages in in emails. Like emails are crazy. So and Jacqui does handles the emails and make sure that we don't miss anything.
You dictate them to me. Yes, it's a process.
It's a process.
It's all a process.
But we used to miss so many emails. You remember before you like
when I worked a totally different job.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, and we even had I had an assistant that did it, and gosh, it is just a thankless job. So thank you.
Oh,
for the thankless.
You're so sweet. Well, I know you went in briefly about what you're going to paint tonight, but I want you to show it full screen because the light grays are not coming across as well.
Oh, yes.
And it is a really great image.
Yes. Awesome. Okay, so I want to show you guys this. And this ties in right to the 4 different ways to start a painting. And this is going to be super quick, guys. It's not like a huge sort of thing, and it's definitely not a secret. But I just want to tell you in a very succinct sort of way, all in one little place. So what I'm going to work on is during this COVID thing, it's really hard to get like we're not using live models and stuff or anything like that. It just wouldn't work. So, but with modern technology, people who are visually impaired can look at old photographs. Well, not look at. Look is probably the wrong word, but you can turn it into a tactile sort of thing and a audio. It'll turn it into sounds. And I think I've done videos talking about that, so I won't talk about it here. And if not, I'll look and I'll do a. I need to do a new video talking about all of the the technology and stuff that we have.
There you go.
That we use. But what this is though is a picture of Marilyn Monroe that I'm working on, and it's her with a cat. And so I did this in 3 different ways that you can start a painting, so you can get a look at it. And then there's a 4th way that I can't really do, but you guys can do. So let me see if I can. So okay. I showed this to Jacqui earlier, and she thought it was a cat painting.
Well, it is a cat painting.
Oh, it is a cat painting, but it's really a Marilyn Monroe painting.
Okay, this is what I pictured, just so people don't think I'm crazy. Because
well,
now
that
we've said Marilyn Monroe, it's there. I didn't see the face initially because I'm looking around the easel kind of, so I imagined at first it was the cat like hunched down like this with the the bulging of the shoulders and stuff like coming around.
Like this might be part of the cat.
Yeah, exactly. But when you said Marilyn, I was like, oh, poof. Then now I can't unsee it. So
So when you start looking for a face, it starts coming in. So this is actually Marilyn's face is drawn with a white puffy paint that I recommend. I was just making a video for people who are visually impaired. It hasn't come out yet. I'm still putting the subtitles to it and all. So for people who are hearing impaired can read it. So this is done actually with a puff paint that you can get anywhere. So it's a very thick white raised line. You might be able to see some of it in some places, but most of it is hidden. You can do it with a black puff paint, but I use white because it's a thick line, and whenever I have black, if I'm using a color like yellow, sometimes it may not cover the black completely up, but it will the white. So I don't have to worry about the black lines like shining through my painting. I think I have this fully covered painting, and then there's black lines going all over the place through it. So that's what I have. So that's one way that you can start a painting. Is with this sort of thick lines. If you're visually impaired, it's really great to do that. But also these thick lines are also kind of nice if you want to do a watercolor sort of painting, and you're wanting to have that watercolor technique where it's sort of blossoming out and you get all this color. There's some techniques where you can put a lot of water down and then put a colored pigment on it. It can't be up like this. It's got to be horizontal, like on a horizontal easel or table. But then you put some pigment in it and it'll blossom through the color. But in order to do that, you need to have a nice little puddle of water And if you don't want that water just to go everywhere, you can use these raised lines to dictate where that water is going to be.
Yeah, another cool thing to use with watercolor, which you're not using, is that I forget what it's called, but you lay it down beforehand. It's almost like rubber cement.
Oh, frisk it?
Yes, that's it. Frisk it, and you lay it down wherever you don't want the watercolor paint to permeate the paper.
Yeah.
And it is like perfect.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite tools when I was in art school.
It is nice. It's like magic. So suddenly you have that color and you take that frisket up and it's just white.
Yeah. Well, Ron has joined us. He says, "Hi, guys."
Well, hi. Thanks for joining. This is a technique, though, that you can do it in. So it's easy. The black lines that you see on here is the exact same technique as the white lines. In fact, I'm going to color in the white lines with black here in a minute. That way everything matches. And the white and the black are exactly the same. It's just that you can't really see the white lines very well. I can feel them, so to me, they're the same. The black lines, they're not as raised, but it's a different kind of paint that has sort of a rubbery, kind of sticky feeling to it. And I actually have a video that I'm going to put out tomorrow. It's that one I was talking about. I haven't finished the subtitles yet. That talks all about the different mediums and fun things you can mix in with the paints. So the black and the white are really kind of the same thing. It's a little bit different. Having this thin sort of paint, this kind of rubbery feeling, is really nice, because then it opens up different painting techniques like tints and washes. So with these big thick lines, they're great for like making puddles of paint. They're not going to go past the borders. And it's just the exact opposite with this other. So like if you're wanting to wash color all over it and have it be really even, then you can't have this really thick line. It's going to act like a dam. So these thinner lines make it where you can put all kinds of color over there, and it's not going to block it or anything like that. So that's pretty cool. Now the other thing is you'll see some gray lines on here, and that's just a way of building up a paint through layers. It's just blocking in a painting. And I know you see me do that almost every week when I'm painting. I use the black lines and I use the blocking in, so, and the blocking in is actually really, really nice. And that kind of leads into the fourth step, because with the blocking in, you're just making marks and you're feeling, well, I'm feeling it, or you're looking at it, or however you take in information. But you're thinking like, oh yeah, so you're building the shape and you're gradually building the shape. So you're making decisions like, ooh, I like this. Oh, no, that was bad. So I'm going to wipe that out. So you can make the decisions. The other way is through sketching. And I know a lot of people say that they can't draw, but everybody can sketch. All sketching is thinking out loud on paper, I can't sketch with a pencil because I can't feel the pencil marks. But an easy way to be able to sketch is to start looking at shapes. And gosh, I meant to have a little piece of paper here and I was going to sketch with paint. Mm-hmm. I'll have to do that next time. You know what? I'll do a whole little sketching thing, because that probably needs its own little segment anyway. Some easy, quick ways to be able to sketch. But sketching, if you're doing it, the way that I do it, it is not that hard. So let's say like the cat's eye right here. There's a line going through here. So if you were sketching it with a pencil, you don't need that first line that you make to be the right line. It doesn't have to be. You can make one line, 3 lines, 4 lines, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can make 100 lines if you want. Just lines going through. And then you look at it or you feel it, if it's a paint that you can feel. And one of those is going to be going in the direction that you want. But it's really hard to gauge and draw a perfect line the first time, because you're not really gauging it against anything. There's nothing for you to look at it and think like, oh, that's right or that's wrong. But whenever you have one line kind of going off crazy and one line going over here, you think, oh, that line's completely wrong. And then already you're making decisions. Well, if that line is wrong, then this way's got to be more right. This way's got to be more right. Oh, no, that's wrong. Got to go the other way. Does that make sense? Am I?
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, because to me
it makes sense to me.
Yeah,
I went to art school, but I know some people, like right now, Barbara Brands just joined us and said, my mother used to say she couldn't draw a straight line with a ruler. And I was like, what's that all about? So, I think some people just have a natural, block to it, mm-hmm. and you kind of have to just get past that. But, yeah, that's like I was saying, I think last show, I was like, one of my favorite activities in drawing class was the 15-second sketch, because you couldn't overthink it. You had 15 seconds to get down the full figure in front of you. And it really helped you kind of get out of that sort of like it's got to be proportionate. And usually your instinctual line you lay down is usually the correct one because you're just not, overthinking it.
I gotta step away just for a sec.
Well, I want to say Sheila has joined us and says hi there. So hello.
Oh, I just. Whoop.
And Robin has joined us and is waving hello. So what's up, Chevy? Oh, and then Janice joins us and says, John, you are amazing. And also Anna said, Jacqui, I just realized the canvas behind you. From here it looks real because you are in front there. Well, I should say...
Oh, thank you, everybody, and welcome.
Yeah. Hey.
I left my brushes over there, so it's easier to paint with them.
Right.
So
instead of your fingers.
Yeah.
So the canvas behind me, just so you know, is real. It is painted. This is what it is, just for anybody that's curious, because it's weird. It does look like a green screen a little bit, but it is a completely giant real canvas. What we did was, because we were doing the immersive installation, and we wanted people to be able to walk into one of John's paintings, so we bought one of those huge drop cloths that you can get at like Home Depot, and then we just stapled it to the entire side of the studio wall and painted it over a series of like a week or so. It's still not done because once COVID hit, the whole like show got shut down, so we didn't actually finish it, but it was getting there.
It's going to be massive though, and that's only half the painting.
Yeah,
that you're seeing, and that painting there is probably how wide is it? Would you say it's like 15 feet?
Yeah, it's probably like almost 15 feet.
Yeah, it's almost 15 feet wide, and it goes down way past to where you can see it, and then there's a whole nother one that's just as big as it that goes down past that, and then a whole section on the top that we're going to put, and then trees that are actually like painted trees that you can actually walk around and touch and feel.
Yeah, so you're walking into one of John's park paintings.
Yeah, and the bench behind I don't know if you can see that, but whenever you're not there, it looks sort of like it's been painted, and it's just
you can kind of see. I don't know. Yeah, it's down there.
Yeah, so it's
it'll be cool.
It's a wacky thing.
Well, Anna said, I mean, it looks like you. I'm sorry. It says, I mean, it looks you at the canvas also. I'm not sure what that means, but my mom has joined us, says finally, hi guys. She had a hard time finding the show, and Robin says hi my loves, which I hope you're feeling better. She had some intense ankle surgery, so
really?
Yeah, so I hope you're doing good.
Well, I hope you're feeling better.
I followed it on the Facebooks, and it looked intense.
Well, good grief! I'm so sorry.
So you're laying down some black paint. It looks like. Yeah.
So what I'm doing is I'm sort of filling in. So I have the white lines here, and I'm going in and I'm adding the black lines in. Sort of how the and this isn't going to be perfect. I'm sketching it in. And remember what I said about sketching just a minute ago? It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to get it right the first time, but it's a way of at least getting your thoughts out on the canvas. And then you can start making adjustments from there. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just getting I started with some white lines. Some of them I knew when I drew them, I'm going to show them that this is going to be changing. And so I'm going to be changing some of that right now. But that's kind of what I'm doing.
Well, Robin said, hanging in there, thanks, loves. It was a very intense ankle surgery. So I know she was dealing with she had a roller derby accident years and years ago. And I think it's just been dwindling from that. It's not good. But I'm glad you're on the mend.
Well, I am too. Good grief.
Do you want to show this blooper reel? I feel like this
I do. Oh, and I should say, Robin, if you need anything, like I had back surgery last year, and I've got like a walker with the brakes, and I've got like a trolley thing that you put your knee on, and it has brakes on it, and
we are set. We got one of those cooling ice pack things that are like you plug into the wall and it constantly like runs cool water through it. That thing's pretty awesome.
Yes. Yeah. So if you can use any of that, let us know, and we'll figure out a way to get it to you.
Oh yeah, I'll bring it over.
Hey, see, it's already been figured out.
Bam.
If you need it, that was easy.
So,
do you want to set up the blooper reel?
I can. I don't know exactly what you cut for this blooper reel. I have a general idea. Okay, so John did this. It's the 30th anniversary of the ADA, and John signed on to do sort of this celebration that they're doing in New York, virtually. He painted this painting, which is in the shot actually.
Oh yeah,
here
that's right.
This.
Yeah, and that painting is going to be on banners that they're going to be in New York, but then they're going to go all over the country, and people are going to make their own banners, and they're all going to hang together, and it's going to be really really special. I don't know that it just sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. So they, because this is virtual, there's a lot of like filming as if you're live, like you send off to the next performer or something like that. So they wanted us to introduce the next performer in this virtual celebration, and I assume that's the only thing you cut. We've been filming a lot of video for this library thing as well, and those are we are ridiculous apparently. So
yeah. That's all that I put in here. But yeah, it's to this is a conference that was going to be in person, but because of all this, everything is virtual. So, but I thought it was kind of fun. I was talking to my mom. She's like, "You guys are doing some weird things here lately because of all the weird videos." But so let me share this.
All right. Let's roll this blooper reel.
Jacqi is a pleasure to work with, I must say. She's just so funny.
I'm a natural.
Okay. And do you have headphones in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because it's going to be stream on.
Recording.
Oh, no, it's not. Hey, folks. Hey, hold it. 1 sec. This should be streaming. Okay, sorry, guys.
Recording.
Hey, folks. Are you a friend of tasty flavor? Then get ready to fill your ear holes with these tasty licks. That should have been wonderful flavor. I love this.
Yeah.
Hey, folks. Are you a fan of wonderful flavor? Then get ready to fill your ear holes with these tasty licks.
Right.
Okay. Just want to get that out. Counts to for real.
Like, is that really how you start this thing?
No.
Okay, because I was waiting for because I'm John Bramlett. I'm like, oh my gosh, just give you a question. Okay.
How about it? Okay. Nice. Hi, I'm John Bramlett.
I'm Jacqui Siri.
And we are so honored to be with you tonight. My work as a painter and our I'm trying to be quiet because there's a delay.
All right, cool.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't know. Okay, cool. The delay makes it super awkward.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I was really quiet there for a minute because Jacqui's actually listening to it through the stream and not as it's live. So she's hearing it whenever you guys hear it.
So I don't know. There may be some weird delay, but either way, we got it.
Nah, yeah. I thought that was kind of funny because Jacqui.
I like how you left in the part where I grabbed your butt.
Well, of course, that's the best part.
Such a dork.
We're gonna make this G-rated show up to PG. Right in the roof, guys.
There you go. Watch out.
No, but
the kitties to bed.
I thought it was funny just because you were like, "What are you doing?" So, but this was to this is really cool. The Brie Clausen, she's actually a visually impaired singer and actress and stuff. But I have the real version. Should I play it?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't. I mean, I don't know. Well, Robin said, "Thank you so much. I have a walker and a knee scooter, and I'm borrowing a wheelchair. We miss you both so very much." So I'm glad you're doing good. Shima said rad about the celebration. And let me go back really fast. Emily has joined us, says, hi, at last I can see the superpowered guy, John.
Woo!
And Anna said, sorry, Jacqui, what I meant is that you're sitting in front of the painting. You seem to be a part of the painting.
Oh. I think she's saying that you're a work of art.
I am a work of art.
Abstract art, I'm sure.
Oh, nice. Well, and Kylie Sykes said it went away, and that's the delay of the thing where there should be a better way to finagle that.
What?
The video went away, but it was the delay. But don't worry about it. Okay.
Okay.
Moving on.
Yeah. See, I should run live sound over there.
Well, then it would. Well, I don't know.
That way you can respond to it as it's happening, and then it. Yeah.
That'd be cool. So the other thing we have going on besides you painting and doing this really cool. So let me ask really fast before. On this painting, is she snuggling with the kitty, or are you trying to trick the eye with her just being a part of the composition?
Maybe I should have you decide that after.
Okay.
Because then I'll say yes. No matter what you ask. Do they have a secret? Are they sharing a secret together?
Well, my mom agrees. I am a work of art.
Oh.
Thanks, Mom.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see. Jack and I were at the store the other day. Yeah, we were at the store the other day, and we ran across these things, these Kit Kats. I'm gonna hold them up. Let me see my name. Okay, right there. For everybody, they are apple pie Kit Kats, and we just, Jack and I were racing through the store, and I peripheral vision. I was like, bing. So I was like, go get some, because I was like, that's absurd. I'm curious though what it's like. Oh, white candy, which I don't like white chocolate, so I'm not a big white chocolate fan, so we'll see if it's like maybe a cinnamon. I don't know. We're going to find out. You all can find out if this is worth going out and getting.
Yes, guys, we're taking the bullet for you. And in fact, if there's any candy out there that you guys aren't sure if you like, you feel free to send it to us, and I will eat it for you and then give you
on camera. Well, the funny thing about Kit Kat is that Kit Kat is like a really popular candy in Japan that they just go nuts with the flavors.
Oh,
and so we've talked in the past about doing a show where we just tried the weird Japanese Kit Kats. Mm-hmm. I want to say one of our friends, it might have been not Kit Kat specific, but they did like a food test on their YouTube, and it was pretty funny.
Yeah, was it
Mel, I think.
Was it Mel?
Yeah.
Gosh. Yeah, but those are so expensive too. It's like $40, $60 to get
it. Well, yeah, but I mean, it's a bunch of Kit Kats that you get.
It is. But I want to say it's like wasabi and black tea and stuff. So I'm pretty excited about the apple pie. In fact, maybe we should.
Okay. Well, Jeanette Gray has joined us as Hi John and Jacqui, and Janice Keene says, "Ooh, I want one." So we'll let you know. We're gonna try it right now, and we'll let you know if it's worth going. I want to say we got these at Walmart.
Well, it smells like a little slice of America. Apple pie, guys. Wow, it smells so good.
From Wally World. I don't know.
It's delicious. You'd hate it.
Let me have yours. No, Kai has joined us and is waving hello.
Hi. Thank you for joining. We're eating candy.
Yeah.
You picked a great time to join.
You missed the blooper reel. I don't know if I like this, to be honest with you. It's a little weird. It's definitely apple pie flavored, but it almost has this like processed bit to it. And it's like definitely a white chocolate apple pie cinnamon situation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep eating it, but it's not my favorite.
I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
You have my others.
Well, no. You yeah, but you can definitely taste the white chocolate, and but like a Miss Baird's apple pie, like the fried pies and stuff. Mm-hmm. Kind of has that. It's not like a homemade apple pie that's all hot and fresh and all that, but it has that almost an apple pie spice that you can put on things.
And like sugary spice. Yeah. It's good. I don't know if Jack will like it. I'd be surprised if Jack was. This is why this set is a bit weird right here. Is because Jack was gonna sit here and join us and try it, and of course last minute his like preteen self kicks in and he's like, I'm out. So
yeah, I think I
don't want to do it.
Watch some videos or something. Oh yeah.
So William Burnett has joined us and says, hey, you are making me hungry.
Oh, hey William.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
So those are a thing. That's weird. I don't know. I would not buy that again. But it's worth a try.
And gosh, guys, I gotta say, it has been a crazy busy week. It feels like in really the last couple of weeks, and this weekend is going to get really nutty because we have these giant mural panels that we built, and now we still have to put the canvas on it. We have giant rolls of canvas over in the corner of the studio, just giant rolls. And we're making these enormous stretch canvas panels that we're actually going to put on our fence this weekend and start this mural that.
Yeah.
It's daunting. It really is, but it's so exciting in a way too because never did anything like this, and so it's just I don't know.
Yeah, right now they're taking up. I mean, they're in the middle of our living room, and
oh yeah,
they're so massive.
Oh yeah, they have all these saws and all this equipment and stuff in the backyard and in the giant mural canvas panels, and then of course it was supposed to be clear and weather and all. And then suddenly, it's a coin flip. It's 50% chance it's going to rain, and for a couple of days, and then so we had to bring everything in. So our house is a little nutty.
And then it doesn't rain.
Yeah, and then it didn't rain, which is good.
And now it's supposed to go down, and it may not rain. Even Saturday went down. So I imagine this weekend it'll be pull everything back out and get to town on this thing.
Yeah,
it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting started on it though.
I'm looking forward to the unveiling because we can't share anything until it's done. Well, Shima says super stoked, and then William asks, "Are you going to film it when you start painting the mural?" So yes, we are going to film it. I'm supposed to film it specifically, but we can't post it on social. I mean, we could do like teasers and stuff, but they want a big massive unveiling at the actual office that this thing is being installed at. So for all their employees. So we are going to record it now, and then once the unveiling happens, it's supposed to happen in September, I think. Then we'll blow up the socials with it.
Yeah, and I can't wait for that because it's not just one painting, but it's a series of paintings too because. It's one giant mural wall, and then there's another wall that's about the same size that I'm filling with artwork that sort of telling the story of the big mural and some other stuff, which will make sense. So, and it's a really great message, and it's a really I don't know. So
it's gonna be
it's gonna be so it'll be good. I can't wait to get started and actually I love to paint big, and so.
Well, Michael has joined us and said kitty, that makes me think of what is that movie Wedding Crashers.
Kitty cat. Just call me kitty cat. Was it Jane Seymour?
Yes.
Just call me kitty cat. I know. I was thinking that too when I was drawing the cat today.
I know. Anytime somebody says kitty, that's all I think of. Yeah. Well, Barbara Franklin has joined us and says hi there. So thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you. And here, let me show you what I'm working on so far. So is it looking a little bit more like?
Oh yeah, I mean, now it does not look like the upper shoulder of a cat at all. I mean, it's clearly an eye.
Well, that's good. That's good. So, yay, heading in the right direction.
So what's this color? I know you're not going to probably get to color tonight. You're just laying in the black lines. But what?
Yes, and I'm sorry. Please go ahead.
What's the color palette you're thinking of doing with this? Oh no.
I don't know. No, I'll probably go with my usual blend of all of them. No, honestly, I was thinking about that, and I thought as I worked on it, it might become a little clearer because I thought about colors that I thought it would be great for Marilyn's face. And then I would start thinking about the cat, and I would think, well, maybe some purples and blues in the cat. And I thought, well, that'll look great in Marilyn's face. And then I think, well, maybe oranges and pinks and deep golden yellows. And I think, that would look good for Marilyn's face. So I keep kind of
I imagine
going back and forth.
I imagine the cat in these like deep, not to darken it too much, but these like deep purples and blues and a little bit of greens and stuff, and then her in the contrasting colors because. The cat almost is like this sort of strength with like it's the strength within her or something. I know it's cheesy, but like I imagine the cat is like the strength, whereas she's like the lighter sort of more I don't know.
So what are the colors though? I'm sorry.
Like on the cat?
I got paint on my fingers and I was afraid I'm gonna miss.
The cat would be like the darkers, purples, blues, greens, and then she'd be the contrasting orange, pinks, and that's what I'm imagining.
You know, that kind of makes sense to me too, because yellow to me is a very sweet color, and all. And Marilyn Monroe, like some of the stories you hear about her and stuff, she sounded like down to her heart. She was probably really sweet.
And you could make the cat's eye. I mean, if the cat's darker, like blues or purples, you can make the cat's eye really contrasting yellow and oranges that pull from the colors in her face.
Yeah, that's true. It's Marilyn Monroe that discovered Etta James, or didn't discover it, but was it Etta James?
I think it was Ella Fitzgerald.
Ella Fitzgerald, was it?
Yeah. Oh. I don't know.
She didn't discover it, but she made it where Ella, she wasn't able to like be the showrunner or whatever, wasn't getting booked in really good shows. And Marilyn loved her. Like she heard her music and just fell in love with her music and just went over the top with her. And so she contacted one of the biggest clubs, or the biggest club in Beverly Hills or somewhere, and said that if you book Ella, I will be there in front row every night, which was a huge thing because you've got the biggest movie star in the world then. That's going to be at your club every night. Everybody knows it. It's going to be packed and everything. So they did that, and then Ella's career just went poof, just exploded.
Yeah,
I thought, how neat is that?
Well, Ron Captain says I like it in the black and white. And then Shima said not cheesy at all about my comment. Thank you. And Jeanette Gray says I can't wait to see the transformation. And Sean asked, what does the wood structure look like for the mural that you're doing?
Oh, let me answer that. But right before I say that, let me say on this, whenever I'm done putting all the black lines down, we're going to take a photograph of it, and then I can post that photograph online, and that way I'll put it on my Facebook and Instagram and maybe Twitter. I don't know. I always forget Twitter. And then
maybe the Twitters.
Maybe Twitter, we remember. But and that way, if anybody wants to do this, they can they can print off that raised line drawing, or not raised line drawing, but the drawing. Or you can have it, and you can work from that if you want.
Yeah. I try to take pictures of John's works before he adds colors, so that we can add them to like this coloring book concept that we're working on. So that'll definitely be one. Yeah, but anyway, wooden structures.
They are okay. So it's a series of 6 wooden stretchers, and each one is 4 feet wide and 10 feet tall. And that just makes it a little more manageable because they have to be able to go in through a normal door.
Yeah.
So it's going into this workspace that we're not allowed to reveal yet, but it's got to go in through a regular door, and then it's going to be constructed. And they need it on panels so that if they ever move or anything, they can take the artwork with them. So we're basically, because most of the time with the mural, you go in and you just paint the wall, but on this, we're having to make these big structures. And the structures are the outside is like 1x4s, and then they're 10 feet long, and they're but the first structure I should say is masonite. So we have these masonite boards, and that's actually what the canvas is going to go on. So instead of like most canvases like this one, I'm gonna bang on it, and it's got a lot of give to it. Where the mural is going to be, there's going to be people walking by it all the time. So we wanted to have a protecting board underneath the canvas, so if somebody runs into it, they're just going to bounce off, and it's not going to hurt the mural. And it's also going to help the mural stay very, very tight and stretched. So it'll do 2 different things. It makes it heavier, but it'll keep it nice and straight. And so we have that, and over that we have a very heavy-duty canvas, and that's huge. That we're having to stretch around those. And then on the back side of the masonite, we have horizontal bars that are going down all the way down to give strength, so it doesn't want to wobble or anything, going sideways. And then on that we have 10-foot boards that are going from the top to the bottom that'll keep it straight going the other way. And
Yeah, they're a beast.
They're a beast. They're heavy,
ridiculous.
and hanging it is going to be interesting.
Yes.
But I think the way we're going to hang it, and I couldn't think of the name of it, but you remembered, it's a French.
Yeah, French style hanger.
French style hanger.
Maybe I mean if
maybe that's
yeah,
that's something we're going to explore. And the way a French hanger works is that you have a board on the wall, just going the entire length of the painting, and it has an angle cut into it. So the angle, so on the side facing you is very flat, but then it has an angle that's cut into the wall, and then on the painting you have another board, and it's the exact opposite. So that you can slide the painting onto that board, and they just dovetail together, and there's no way that's coming off the wall. And it adds even pressure throughout the entire painting. So for large pieces, that's really nice. And then you can hook the bottom of the painting to the wall, so there's no way anybody can lift it off or anything without undoing the bolts and whatnot. So yeah, I know that's a lot of detail and it's probably boring to people, but the really tricky part with all this is just working with giant materials and giant rolls of canvas, because everything has to be absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Any painting that comes out of the studio, I try to do my best to make it as good as we can, and it doesn't matter. I try to. You do what you can. Your best is all you can do. And over the years, hopefully that's gotten better. But it doesn't matter if it's a 18-inch or 16-inch canvas, or if it's a 24-foot canvas. They need to have the same quality. So to make sure that all the canvas is exactly perfect, every seam, every stitch on it is just perfect. And that's even before you start painting. So it's just a big project.
Well, Kimberly says, hey, darker for the cat for sure. Glad to watch along.
Oh.
So darker for the cat, that's what I got. Michael says, I'm normally drawn to cool, but also autumn palettes.
That's interesting. That is really cool, guys.
We should do the. Okay, so I want to share what was trending and I found awesome.
Oh, nice.
On the Twitters.
What you got?
Okay, let me pull up the doc real fast. All right, so basically, if you got, I don't know how anybody out there, if you're hip to Twitter or what hashtags you follow or anything like that. But this museum out of York, England.
Should I throw it up?
No, wait a second. I'll tell you when to throw up the first image.
Nothing happens.
Psych! Okay, so the Yorkshire Museum out of York, England, started this thing during the pandemic because their museums, there was closing temporarily and all that sort of stuff, so they're spending a lot of time on social media and doing things virtually. So they started this thing called #Curator Battle. Okay, and so what they were doing is every week they had I think they did this for about they started it 3 months ago, and the first one was #creepiest objects. But and then they'd #Curator Battle, and and so cool. it turned into this massive thing that just everybody, even people the museums that don't normally do a lot of like social media, all of a sudden were chiming in, and they had their crazy things, and hashtag it, and of course if you follow the hashtag, you're in the conversation, you're listening to that. So I thought this was hilarious. And they also covered it on NPR, I think, like 2 days ago, which I was really happy to see because I heard about it a little while back. But so I wanted to go over some of the hashtags because they are temporarily stopping it for now. So do you want to do the first one?
Oh, sure, cool.
Let's do the first one. Okay, so again, it's #Curator Mural, and this one was #BestMuseumBum. And
what does it look like?
This one is it's this cracking. This was their tweet. This cracking Roman marble statuette depicts an athlete at the peak of fitness. It may have decorated the townhouse of one of Eberrackham's wealthier residents. Has someone taken a bite out of this peach? And it's basically an old marble statue of an athlete way back when, and it's got a chip out of the butt.
Huh.
But anyway, so this one blew up. This is actually probably one of the biggest ones. But hashtag best museum buns.
That's cool.
This was the one they posted. So here's another example of another hashtag best museum bum that came up. If you want to go to 2.
Oh.
Okay, so not only did people like depict like the classical like Davids and all the Roman statues and all the naked, you know, dudes and girls and all that fun stuff, but they also started to turn in different weird things like the bum of a ship, you know, like just the backside of different things or animals or stuff. So this one is actually a frog who is in human clothes and leaning over, and this is made by Pamela May Lung. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. It was part of a body of work which married animals and humans together to create mythological creatures with personalities.
Oh wow.
So I mean, there's a slew of these. So that's hashtag best museum bums. And then if you didn't get enough of those, there's actually a whole Twitter page dedicated to museum bums. It's
really?
at museum bums, and they've been around since 2018, I think.
So it sounds like the people at the museums are going a little stir crazy too, maybe.
Well, I think in the
awesome.
the woman from the Yorkshire Museum talked about it, but she was like, their social media exploded after they started this. But you know, it's allowing curators to kind of be a little bit more silly about their collections and stuff, you know, so it's not, cool. You know, museums aren't as stuffy as you think they are.
That's so nice. You know, that's one of the things that we notice, like a lot of times with our workshops, we go to a museum and the people giving tours and stuff, they're very like, and then we're walking, and then we'll do our training with the docents, or we'll do some workshops, and the docents almost seem like they come alive. They're like, oh my gosh, you know, we can get zany if we want. And everybody's laughing, and that's kind of cool.
Okay, you can go to the next one. Okay, so, all right, so one of their other hashtags that they had was hashtag creepiest object.
Oh, wow.
So, again, all the galleries, museums, all the weird, you know, places, they started chiming in on Twitter with hashtag creepiest object. This is a 3rd/4th century hair bun from the burial of a Roman lady. It's still with the jet pins in place.
Oh, it's like, so is it like actual hair?
Yeah, it's Really? Yeah, it's gross. Yeah, it's like a bun of hair, almost like a full scalp. You're not quite sure what it's going on. It looks like a really scary hairball that a cat who maybe also ate some nails hacked up.
That's weird. You know,
so gross.
You know, I heard about this exhibit at a Ripley's where it was like the world's largest ball of hair, and when you go there, you can contribute to it, and they'll snip off your hair, and you get to decide where you want it, and they'll spray it with like little spray adhesive, and then they'll bloop, put it on it. It sounds really disgusting, but
weird.
I would do it. You know,
if I was there, I'd be like, I'll take it. I'd be like,
okay,
let's do this. But that's kind of disturbing.
My DNA's in there.
Yeah. So, well, I should say Paul Wooten has joined us and is giving a thumbs up.
Hey.
And then Cassie Garb has said, I love your idea for this painting. Sculptures are great too. You two are making me laugh tonight. So thanks for joining us.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Okay, so the second hashtag creepiest object. This is actually from the Museum of Fear and Wonder, and this is and this is their Twitter response. It was, our museum joined Twitter solely to participate. This contribution is an early 19th century wax child mannequin from Germany. Really? It was stored face down in a heated attic for many years, flattening its features into a snout. Please enjoy.
Please enjoy.
So,
awesome.
What's creepy about this is it looks so real. I mean, and it may not be coming across on the screen, but the hair looks real. Everything about this looks real, but it's smushed. It's clearly melted. Ugh, just weird. But this one, I mean, there was no shortage of creepiest objects, and they're all still out there. So if you guys want to get check it out. Just go onto Twitter and type in hashtag creepiest object.
Man, that sounds gross.
Yeah.
Sounds funny though.
So then the next funny hashtag that they had was hashtag fantastic fakes.
Oh.
So what they posted, which is not what's on the screen right now, but what Yorkshire Museum posted was a lot of these spears that were actually fake and created by this guy, but he tried to, pawn them off as like old things, and he actually sold them to a bunch of museums all over the US, I think. So, or no, all over the UK. And anyway, so that's what they posted. But what you guys are looking at is it's from, let's see, what is this one? Wakefield Museum and Castles, and this is evidence of a Roman counterfeiting operation. So it's the Linwell Gate coin molds were found in large numbers near Wakefield, made from clay and dating to the 2nd and 3rd centuries. They were probably used for forging official coinage. So this is some serious old counterfeiting. Wow. Hashtag fantastic fakes.
Man, that sounds cool.
Yeah, there was a lot of that actually. Like if you go to that hashtag, there's a ton of coins and weird trinkets and jewelry and stuff like that people, of course, down the line were like, wait a minute, something's not right. So, yeah, okay, so the last one I have, okay, this is hashtag fantastic fake. It is a fur-bearing trout.
Oh, okay, I know about these.
You know about this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's very rare. Okay? It's extremely rare. It is believed that the great depth and the extreme penetrating coldness of the water in which these fish live has caused them to grow their dense coat of usually white fur. So, I thought this was probably the best one on Fantastic Fakes, just because a furry fish.
That's really cool.
It's hilarious.
It's there's actually a whole, it's like an art form. There's a whole thing of these different animals, and it's usually the same kind, like the fur-bearing trout, and they're called Wolpertingers, I believe. Well, and actually the Wolpertinger is like a particular one, but a lot of these for this art form, they'll use that term for any kind of mismatch of an animal, kind of like a jackalope.
Yeah.
You know how they'll do that, and then they'll have a merman, or a mermaid. It'll be a part fish and part monkey, and they'll do all these different. And it's funny, like, and there's in that there's like these ones that they keep doing over and over and over again. And the fur-bearing trout's one of them.
That's cool.
But I only know about this because I listen to.
You're a nerd.
No. Well, but no, I listen to Jacob the Carpetbagger.
Oh yeah.
His channel on YouTube, and he goes around and Adam the Woo and those guys. I've been listening to some of their videos, especially since all this COVID stuff. And they'll go to all these different shows, different museums, and all this. And a lot of museums will actually have these because it's oddities and stuff. But then they'll have like the fakes.
Yeah.
In the fakes section is like sometimes one of
the more interesting, like crazy.
People love it, yeah. And they'll have vampire killing kits and stuff, and they're always made to look really old, but it's really kind of a modern-ish sort of thing, because
that's cool,
for tourists. But anyway, yeah, that's really neat.
Well, Jeanette Gray says, I was thinking of the hair art they used to make from deceased relatives. I used to see them from time to time at antique stores.
Oh, wow.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's always,
it's weird. And then she said, we had a Long's Wax Museum in Claremore, Oklahoma when I was growing up, and they moved it to Florida around 1980. Oh, yeah. So, I don't think I've ever been to a wax museum.
Oh, really? We got to go. They're fun.
Really?
Yeah, and also there's I want to go to some Ripley's too, because a lot of them will, like every Ripley's. There's a lot of them, and they're all set up in a different way, but each one has a certain amount of exhibits that are the same, but it's kind of cool. It's like the fur-bearing trout. There's got to be a shrunken head. there's got to be like certain things that each one has.
Yeah.
But each one's a little different. But then they have the exhibits that are like for the area and stuff.
Yeah, that would be fun to go to.
I remember going to a wax museum when I was a kid, and it was around Halloween, and they'd set up a Halloween sort of spook. But they took like all the wax dummies and it melted a little bit, and then and they which was really cool. Oh, so cool. And then they did like Frankenstein and Dracula and all that sort of stuff too. But it was half melted because the eyeballs kind of coming out and the teeth and everything was all messed up.
Well, Jeanette said we went trout fly fishing Sunday at Roaring River in Missouri. The water was freezing.
Ooh.
I mean, freezing, but the trout were still furless.
I was gonna say, well.
And Sean said the Meow Wolf carpetbagger video is the best.
Oh my goodness,
that is a good one. I've actually seen that one too.
Whenever Jacqi heard about Meow Wolf before I did, and she was telling me about it, and I thought, I wonder about this. That sounds really interesting. And his video was the first one that I watched about it, and his reaction to it, he was just like, I just got to sit down for a minute. Like, this is so much going on. I watched it twice. I listened to it twice just to get it. It's so cool.
Yeah, in fact, we were supposed to be.
We had tickets.
Yeah, we had tickets, and we had tickets for literally the day all the quarantine, like the day after all the quarantine stuff started. So they shut down. It was March 14th, I think, or something like that.
One day.
Well, Janet says, Jacqi, wax museums are cool in a creepy sort of way. So that'd be cool. We should definitely check that out.
You know what we didn't do is that we didn't plug the event that's going on this weekend. We talked about the I can't even think the Bree and Kelly. We talked about the plug we did, the blooper and all that, but we never did say what the event was or
the ADA stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the 30th. I think I said it, but
it's United. What's the name of the
Disability
website?
United.
Yeah, and guys, if you want to do this, it's on Sunday at 2 p.m. And it's a big thing. Like it's gonna be it's going to be on Sunday for there and all, and everybody can join it and all, but it's going to be something that's going to be going around the country as well, and it's going to be really cool. And let me see here, I've got my Bluetooth in, just to make sure.
Shima says, yes, Meow, come visit when the craziness is over.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely, I'm looking forward to it. I was really disappointed that we couldn't make it out there that last time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Crazy.
Yes, guys, so the Facebook thing is at Disability Unite. So it's Disability Unite is the thing. The people that I've worked with is Art Beyond Sight quite a bit, and but it's really cool. Like the mayor of New York is putting out like a proclamation thing or giving out a press release for it.
They got some really cool bands and stuff that are going to be performing at the celebration and stuff. Yeah,
that was cool. Yeah, and I even gave a quote for the mayor's press release, which I think was pretty cool. It's pretty cool to be asked for that I think. That was nice. But yeah, and there's cool bands. There's and it just sounds like a really nice thing. They're celebrating 30 years of the ADA. So yay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I meant to tell you guys, and I wanted to share the link, but I don't know how to do that. So I'll just tell you it's at Disability Unite.
I can share it later.
Oh, cool.
I mean, like in the after comments, but.
Oh, cool. Yeah, and we'll try to put something up on Sunday or Saturday. You know, reminding everybody because I'm really curious about it. It should be really cool. I think Josh Blue is going to give his. I just did an event with Josh Blue. He and he's a comedian. Like when Last Comment Standing, like it was another virtual event. The last virtual.
No barriers.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, like that we just did like a few weeks ago or a couple weeks ago. Time is running together, guys. I have no idea.
It's a blur.
It is. So but yeah. So it's funny. I saw Josh was on it. I thought, well, that's crazy. That's crazy.
So what else do you have to go do on this painting?
Oh, let me show you. Boop. Okay. So I got a lot of black on here. So I have the blacks kind of in a little bit. So I'm gonna have to let it dry now. Because I'm doing it so fast. I want to refine the black and everything, but I got paint on my fingers.
Yeah, you don't ever do like the drawing part on camera, which I'm not surprised to see you do.
Oh, well, cool. I wanted to share that with everyone, that it's not necessarily that hard. And if you look at this, like if you look at the eyebrow here, it's very choppy. So, but whenever it's done, it's going to have other colors. It's going to have a lot of stuff going with it. So I just want to reiterate, like whenever you work on your artwork, your first brushstrokes do not have to be the perfect finished brushstroke. In fact, I think it makes it easier if it's not, because you can start building it up. So I'm starting to build up her lips a little bit, but they're not perfect yet. But it's the first stage. I'm building up around her eyes, the cheek here, the throat, and so just just slow baby steps with it all. And so the next step is to get all of this like a little bit crisper, a little bit better, let it dry for a little bit. And then I'm probably going to start working in on gray tones instead of just going immediately in with color. So one way you can, if you want to use a lot of color, one way around that is that you can actually start using sort of a grayscale kind of painting. And that way you're not having to worry about color, but you're just thinking about the lightness and darkness of something. So you can get the contours and the shading in, and then later you can go in with a color, and then those gray tones and light tones underneath are gonna shine through the paint and give it may make them adjust.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. So.
Well, Michael said someone earlier said it's Wednesday, like WHENS, Wednesday, because they're all running together. Wednesday.
Yes. That's so true.
Dad joke. I like it.
That's good.
And
the other stuff in the studio that I want to share with you guys that next week is I'm still working on a palace painting, and I'm working on a drummer painting and other things, and I'm working on those. I'm not rushing through them, so I'm and then I have some animal paintings I'm working on, but because there's fine tuning in all the paintings that I've just been going a little not neurotic with, but I don't know.
Oh, you're neurotic.
Maybe.
Well, Janet said Nicholas Siegel with Radio Cave, on Facebook, has all kinds of cool arts and music fundraisers for epilepsy and other causes. He's in Florida. He never gives up. Very inspirational person. I think you would click.
Man, that sounds interesting. Well, that is awesome.
Cool.
Well, guys, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe we should call it a night. It's been about an hour, and my hands are sufficiently dirty and painty.
And this is just like you're gonna work on this on the live show.
Yeah. So off air, I might try to crisp it up just a little bit, just the stuff that I've already kind of worked on. But I'm gonna save this painting just for us to work on in the live show. That way we can just go through every step of it and and just see it either come to fruition or fail. You never know with a painting. And I always say that. I always say a painting can fail. And I'll tell that to people at live events or something where maybe we're painting from a crowd of people or something, and and the people are going to be auctioning off the painting, and I'll say, well, failure's always an option. And
it is always an option.
Like I'm kidding. I'm like, well, you never know.
Well, Michael said, I'm glad y'all like my dad puns. And then Sean asked, did you finish the giraffe painting?
No. But I'm going to. Let's see. It's going to need to be done next week.
Yeah, it's got to be mailed off. So.
Yeah. So, and that's actually going to the place that wants it for kids and stuff, and we can't share that yet. So I started it, and then but I can't share it. And there's 2 other paintings.
Yeah, there's like a reveal in August, and then a reveal maybe in September.
I hate that because it's 3 animal paintings, and and I did a lemur painting, which I really want to show you guys. And it's right there, and I can't show you. And then and I just started a bull painting today. And it's all going to this place, and for children and different things. But
well, so Shima says thank you and love you.
We love you back.
Well, thanks for joining, everybody. I'm really excited about this painting, so be sure and tune in on Monday when John works on it more.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna be laying down some color on Monday.
Laying it down.
That's where it gets fun. So have a great weekend, guys, and make some art and have some fun.
Yeah, like and subscribe, share.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.